I hope everybody doing good. Today's session we are going to see about Azure, Azure Fabric with DataFlow Gen 2. So it is one of the very good feature we have in Azure Fabric data factory pipeline level. So the data flow will give you a lot of opportunities, lot of options, you can retrieve the data from multiple sources at the same time, and then you can merge those and you can do whatever the transformation, and then finally you can insert into more than one source as well, more than one destination places. So let's go to the theoretical explanation, and we'll have some exercise session today. I hope you can understand, and it will help you guys to understand what is Gen 2 data flow and how it is working with Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so this kind of data ingestion is crucial in analytics. Microsoft Fabric Data Factory offers data flow for visually creating multi-step data ingestion and transformation using Power Query Online. Okay, so using Power Query concept, it is supporting multiple sources and transformations, and then insert into the destination with more than one destination as well. Let's start this. Yeah, if you guys are looking to this, Microsoft Fabric offers unified solution for data engineering, integration, and analytics, a crucial step and end-to-end analytics in data ingestion. DataFlow Gen 2 are used to ingest and transform data from multiple sources and then land the cleansed data to another destination. They can be incorporated into data pipelines for additional data movement and used as a data source in Power BI. Yeah. So if you guys are already have the experience with Power BI, if you work with Power BI in memory mode, you can able to read the multiple source, and then using Power Query you can merge the sources, and then using that source as a data source for your Power BI query, and you can design your report. So similar kind of process is data flow as well in Azure pipeline, Azure Fabric data flow pipeline. So it is nothing but like the same story. It is supporting all the analytics, but mainly we are using for example, you are going to read from multiple sources, and then you need to merge those things, and you may pivot, or you may union all the sources, and then on top of that you can build your transformation. So this kind of transformation process you can use data flow Gen 2. Let's see how like the example what they given. Imagine you work for a retail company with the source store across the globe. As a data engineer, you need to prepare and to transform data from various sources into the format that is suitable for data analysis and reporting. The business requires a semantic model that consolidates disparate data sources from the different store. Data flow Gen to allow you to prepare the data to ensure consistency, and then stage the data into the prepared destination. They also enable reuse and make it easy to update the data. Without a data flow, you would have to manually extract and transform the data from every sources, which is time consuming and prone to errors. So this is nothing but, for example, you are working as a retail company, and the retail company has a multiple branch, either within the country or different countries. So each and every country will have their own data set, their own transformation or transaction data. So you need to collect all the transformation data, all the transaction data, and then you need to build your data model that will support for Power BI report as well as your retail process. So those kind of scenarios you can use data flow. So that means like you can have multiple sources for individual store wise, retrieve the transaction data, and then merge everything together and insert into single table, or combination of all the table. If you want to do any analysis, for example, which store selling more items for particular product, or which store having more growth, or which store is running on like loss. So this kind of analysis, if you want to perform, you can build your own transformation logic and write the log query as a Power Query, and then insert into your destination. Okay, so this is what this kind of scenario we'll use Gen 2 Dataflow. Our scenario, you need to develop semantic model that can standardize the data and provide access to the business. By using DataFlow Gen 2, you can connect to the various data sources and then transform the data. To allow access, you can land the data directly into your lakehouse or use data pipeline to for other destination. Yeah. So first you may land that entire data in the lake. For example, the same scenario you can take. You have the retail store with the different regions, different locations. Land your entire data to data lake storage, and then from lake storage you can one lake storage, lake course, you can do your transformation. That's what they're highlighting here. So what is a DataFlow? DataFlow are a type of cloud-based ETL extract transform load tool for building the execution scalable data transformation process. DataFlow Gen 2 allow you to extract the data from various sources, transmit to the various instance operation, and load into the destination. Using Power Query Online also allow you for a visual interface to perform this task. Fundamentally, DataFlow includes all of the transformation to reduce data preparation time, and then can be loaded into new table, include data pipeline, or used as data source by data analytics. Okay, analytics. So the same story, like you can able to read from multiple sources at the same time, and then you can build your transformation and write into multiple destination as well. That's what for that purpose, for that ETL purpose, Dataflow are being used in Azure Fabric. How to use DataFlow Gen 2? So traditional data engineering spends significant time extracting transformation loading data into consumable format. The goal of DataFlow Gen 2 is to provide an easy, reusable way to perform ETL tasks using Power Query Online. If you only choose to use a data pipeline, you can copy, then use prepared coding language, extract, transform, load. Alternatively, you can create DataFlow Gen 2 first, extract, transform data. You can also load the data into Lakers and then and other destination. Now the business can easily consume a curated semantic model. Yeah. So in the Lakehouse, we discuss about semantic model. So whatever the data you are inserting as a file or file system in your Lakehouse, that can be converted as a semantic model, as a simple table. Okay, so once you created the table in Lakehouse, automatically it will convert as a semantic model. Then you can use that as that to your Power BI queries or Power BI report or any analysis purpose. So the same things they are mentioning. So also it is easy to easily consume from curated layer. So you can using data flow gen 2, you can read the data from multiple sources and then perform your transformation. And you can, for example, using copy activity, you are reading the data from multiple sources and then writing into lakehouse. On top of the lakehouse, you are going to use data flow gen 2, read the data lakehouse data, and perform the transformation and write back to your destination. So that case, is to the transfer, you can read from Lakehouse and perform the you can perform the transformation, and then again you insert back to what we call Lakehouse itself. Okay. Adding the data destination to the data flow is optional, and the data flow processes all the transformation to perform the other task to load the data from destination after the transformation. Create a data flow pipeline and add data flow gen to registration. So what they're trying to say, using it is not mandatory you should insert the data into a destination. You can use without destination. You can preview the data. That preview data you can use for your Power BI purpose, query purpose, like your reporting purpose. That's what they are trying to say. Another option might be use data for activity. For this, you are used to next on destination Lagos. You have to create data flow to connect the Lagos. In this case, you would offer the data flow and curate a semantic model. Yeah, this is nothing but if you are inside the data pipeline, you are using DataFlow Gen 2, then you need to insert into somewhere like that destination. From the destination, we can use for report. So DataFlow can be horizontally partitioned as well. Once you create the global DataFlow, data can use DataFlow create service semantic models. DataFlow allows you to promote the user detail logic, prevents the need to create more connection to your data sources. DataFlow offers a wide range of transformation and can be run manually and is refreshable as part of the database system. So that is what. So we can build your reusable logic in DataFlow. That means you can specify the parameter, and using the parameter you can reuse the DataFlow pipelines, DataFlow in the pipeline. That's what they are creating. So that benefits and limitations. There are more than one way to ETL and ELT data in Microsoft Fabric, considering the benefit of limitation of range. Yeah. So using ETL, you can perform ETL or ELT process in Microsoft Fabric, either a copy data activity pipeline or notebook, or the Databricks system, Spark notebook. So that can, using that way also you can do it. Other than that, you can use DataFlow Gen 2 as well. So benefit is extend data with the consistent data, such as standardized state dimension table. Yeah. So you can extend the data with the consistent data. So for example, you have your date table. If you want to add any specific column, so kind of curate a layer with extended logic. That's what that is one of the option. And then like DataFlow Gen 2 allow self-service user to access the subset of data warehouse separately. So using DataFlow Gen 2, you can read from some sources and then you can create as a subset of data values separately that can be used for report. And then optimize performance with the data flows, which enable extracting data once for reuse, reducing data refresh time for slower resources. Optimized performance with DataFlow. Yeah. So DataFlow is kind of optimized versions. So the reading and the writing will be very faster, and the transformation also will be very faster because it's I think it's running on in memory mode, and it is even cluster we need to be created on top of the DataFlow. So based on the cluster capacity, it will the process will be faster and optimized. So simplify data source complexity by only exposing data flow to large analytics group. So yeah, you can able to create the curated and derived layers. You can simplify the data as well. So ensure consistency and the quality of the data by enabling user to clean and transform data before loading into the same story, like we can make sure like the consistency of data and with the proper format and whatever the transformation we can achieve and load into testing. And simplify data integration by providing a low code interface and ingest data from various sources. Yeah, it is same case, like you don't need to write your own code. You can use the activities which is part of data flow, that can, using that you can perform the transformation logic. The limitation, it is not a replacement for data warehouse. That's the first option, because data warehouse is a we have fact and dimension. Data warehouse we used to have fact and dimensions, and on top of that we can build the report. But it is not but some people may consider DataFlow is DataFlow is a replacement for data warehouse. That is not true. So data warehouse is different, and DataFlow Gen 2 is different. And then role level security is not supported. So people who have already worked with Microsoft SQL Server or Microsoft Synapse Analytics or data warehouse concept, they well aware what is the row level security. Row level security is nothing but we can secure the data individual rows. For example, in your you have the setup table. That table have the multiple employees. So each employees have separate departments. So people who are from, for example, people who are from HR team, they can, if they want to see all the category employees, all the department employees, they can able to see. And the people who are working in IT department, they want to see only, they want to see only IT employees, then we can perform row level security. So this kind of row level security available in SQL Server and Synapse Analytics and even Databricks, but here that is not available in DataFlow Gen 2. So yeah, to perform this we need anyhow it's everything is under workspace, no public capacity workspace is required. So anyhow, DataFlow also separate license, so it will come with Azure Fabric, no Azure Fabric capacity workspace. So you should have workspace, then only you can able to perform this, use this DataFlow. Okay. Microsoft Fabric, explore DataFlow Gen 2 in Microsoft. Okay, in Microsoft Fabric, you can create DataFlow Gen 2 DataFlow workflow for PA workspace. Like since your scenario is focused on using looks at data factor workflow experience. Yeah, so this is nothing but they have Power Query. If the people is already working with Power BI, so they can first load the data and then they can do whatever the small transformation that is called, the same things we can able to do in DataFlow Gen 2. Okay, so the Power Query refund. DataFlow Gen 2 support wide variety of data source connection. Common source included on-premise license Excel file requirement, and then places, and there are numerous. Yeah. So these are all the transformations which is supporting in Azure Fabric. Filter and the sort flow, pivot and unpivot, merge and open queries, split and conditional split, replacement value, remove, duplicate, add, rename or reorder, delete, running percentage calculate. So most of the if the people already the people already work with SQL Server, SSIS servers, SQL Server SSIS ETL tool, or Informatica ETL tool, or Netisha, or IBM Netisha, or data stage ETL tool. So these are all the transformation activities or so resources will be available. So using this you can perform filter. So same functionality is available in Power Query or DataFlow Gen 2. Same thing to query band diagram view, data flow and query settings span. So you can use mQuery as well. If you can customize the data your table, and you can write your own condition as well. Okay. Yeah, integrate data flow Gen 2 in pipeline in Microsoft Fabric. Yeah, so this is what like the previous session also we seen that inside the pipeline we can add the data flow. Inside the if you add the data flow, you can specify what are the inside the data flow, you can specify what are all the sources you need and write, and what are the transformation you can you can able to use. When you see that exercise, I will show you how to create the data pipeline, how to create the data flow in data pipeline, and what are the options are available. Exercise. Yeah, so let's go with this. Launch the exercise. Already I launched this. Okay, let me go to my workspace. This is my workspace. So select Synapse Data Engineering. Yeah, this is already this lake house we have created. So we are going to create another pipeline. And then we are going to read this HTTP location, and then we are going to create some logics, and we are going to add custom column, and then we are finally insert into lakehouse. So I'll see another table. Okay, we are changing the data table also as part of this. Okay, let's go here. The create workspace. It's time to create the lakehouse into your just. Let's go here. This is over there. Let's create it all. Because I have the lakehouse, I need to adjust. Okay, this is my lakehouse. this lakehouse. The frame page select new new data gen2. Okay, new data gen2. Just creating the gen2 data pipeline, like DataFlow gen2 data pipeline. Let's create it. So what is giving here? Okay. So here it is showing as a power query for us. So we may use this data flow inside our data pipeline. So we are creating data flow now. Let's go with this and then new flow open here. Select import from text CSV, create a new source. Okay. So now data import from text CSV. I'm just pasting this. Connection will be new, create new connection. I'm not going to change anything. Authentication is basic. Go next. You can see this and authentication anonymous. Okay, that's fine. Like basic anonymous river. So if you see this, then we can see this preview data. So on the tool column. Okay. Let's create this. So now we can see as a Power Query mode. What is the table here? Now we can and the toolbar ribbon, select add column tab and then select custom column, create new column, month number, set whole number. Okay, so now we can go here, add column, custom column, this one, we can put this as a formula. So what will happen? Now we will get the month number as a column and that will have the month number based on this order data. I think by default it will select the data type. If you want to change, we can change the data type also here. Okay. So here order date 6/1/26. So month number is 6. Okay. Then month number is created. Select set. Okay. And then we need to publish. Yeah. So the data type. When we create the data type, we can mention that column data type, or when we create the table, when we create that attribute, we can mention the data type, or we can change the data type as a whole number anytime. So this functionality is already part of Power BI. So we can, we are there. They just lift and shift, or they use the same functionality, same architecture in DataFlow gen2 as well. So now the record select home, add destination, select purpose. So now they are asking us to add destination. So now transformation, then destination. So the data destination will be lakehouse. So we can mention that workspace. lakehouse, and then we can specify the folder location where we need to write our data. And then authentication type or account. Select list of all our source folder. So under this lake store, we are saving as a table. We mention say order table name, and then we are going next, and it should be append. Okay, so it will get okay. Okay. That's next. I think this option is not coming. Anyhow, we saved that location, save settings, and then the menu for view, diagram view, Lagos, and the menu bar, open view, and select diagram view. Okay, menu bar, go to view, and then diagram view. So what it will show? Yeah, what is your source, and then promote the headers and change the column type, change the column, add the column, and then change the column, and change the column. But there should be destination. It is not coming. Yeah, this is a destination. This is what it's inserting. Let's go down. Select publish data view, edit for DataFlow, create the workspace. Once publish, you can right click DataFlow workspace, rename it DataFlow. Okay, so now we need to publish it. So once this is published, then we can rename this as well. So it is getting created. Publish is in progress. So once this publish is created, then we can see that DataFlow. Add a DataFlow to pipeline. Okay, so now this is one way to create the data pipeline using Power Query, Power Query mode. And then another way is we can add this DataFlow diagram to the data pipeline. So the same method, but instead of same things, you can add the DataFlow and run inside the pipeline. You can run and load the data. So this DataFlow, it is still creating. So it is reading from HTTP location and writing into your lakehouse, right? So this can be called your data lake pipeline level, like data factory, not data factory, Azure Fabric data pipeline level. That's what they are highlighting. Or you can create your own. Yeah, so you can see here. Yeah, this is was created and it still is there. Let's go to the DataFlow notebook and ingest data. So I'm going to, I'm just this is okay. I'm just exceeding, and then I'm going here. Let me go to this. What is this? Let me. So simple. We are just going to drag and drop that data flow into your data pipeline. So that case, your data pipeline will perform the same activities. That's what they are highlighting here. So the data flow is created, but you need to execute that, right? As part of data, no, as part of data. I think it's taking time. So if we go to the example, yeah. So you can go to the data, whatever the data flow, data pipeline we created inside the pipeline. We can call this data flow activity. In that data flow activity, you can specify whatever the data flow you created already. Then you can run that data flow or data pipeline. You will get the table will get created in your lakehouse. From there you can use it. So similar, this is the one way. So similar case, you can directly drag and drop the data flow here, and you can build whatever you built it in the Power BI query mode. So same thing. So Power query mode, whatever we created, similar like this, we can create from here as well. We can use the no, we can use the reuse that as well. Okay, something's wrong. Okay, so this is what DataFlow Gen 2. So DataFlow Gen 2 is nothing but it is a one way of doing the ETL and ELT process in Azure Fabric. So you can do kind of multiple transformations, and more probably, if the data is less than 10 GB, we can use this DataFlow Gen 2 to build our transformation logics. If beyond the more 10 GB, then you should go with notebook, no Fabric notebook or Azure Databricks notebook. That case, it will be easier to maintain and easier to build the logic as well. This is what we plan to cover this session. Uh, the next session we will discuss about data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. So that will give you high level understanding about what is data warehouse and where we need to use, and what is the uh, like kind of advantages, limitations. See you guys in next session. Thank you everyone.